I'm Robert Vincent for BurbankUSAGlobal.com, and we've been graciously invited here at the Burbank Air Support Terminal, and I'm here with pilot and Officer Steve Conaway. Steve, thanks so much for being here
You're welcome.
and for having us be a part of this pretty amazing stuff.
You're welcome.
Tell me about the Notar.
This is a MD-520N. It's made by MD Helicopter. It's one of the few helicopters that's designed without a tail rotor system, which makes it safer. You don't have to worry about somebody walking into the rear tail rotor and injuring themselves or a fatal injury. And it's actually just as maneuverable as the ones with the tail rotor. And but the biggest factor is probably the safety.
And how long have you guys been here?
We've been here since 1994 at this facility.
And what about yourself?
I've been here for 5 years.
And before that?
I was 8 years in patrol.
You're with Burbank?
Yes.
You know, I was asking you earlier the importance of the unit itself, and a lot of people are thinking, hey, it's just to watch the cars or see who's speeding or what have you. But besides, besides boots on the ground here, you guys are watching for hot spots during fire and all kinds of different things.
That's correct. During the fire season, we check the hillside, make sure people aren't doing up, setting illicit fires that they shouldn't be doing up there. We'll look for injured hikers as well. And a few years ago, we actually found a large marijuana grow in the Verdugo Mountains.
And did we get to help out Burbank with some taxpayers, or?
Well, that was actually on the Glendale side,
Okay.
and we helped out by inserting the detectives and officers up there so that they would minimize the risk to injury and make it easier to getting into the area, the grow area. And then we also assisted with pulling the marijuana out in cargo nets underneath the helicopter.
And no, they didn't transplant them back at the LA Zoo. We did a good thing with them by getting rid of everything, correct?
Right. Yeah, they were destroyed.
Well, thanks, Slim. I'll leave you alone for now, but there's going to be more questions coming up.
All right.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Officer Mike Woolner, and he's with the Glendale Police Department, but they work hand in hand. Mike, thanks a lot for being here.
Hey, anytime.
Or I should say thanks a lot for letting us be here.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been out here with the Burbank Glendale Air Support Unit for about 4 years now.
And before that?
Before that, I was a police officer working the streets with Glendale for another 3 years.
Wow. How do you like it here?
I love it here. It's a dream job.
I mean, what's not to love? Between the view, traveling, I mean, you guys never cruise the beach, do you?
Very rarely do we get down there. It's not part of our regular patrol, but sometimes when we do cross-country flight training, we'll get a chance to make it down by the beach and do a coast transition south, which is a lot of fun.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous scenery.
Now, as far as the itself, how fast will this chopper go?
The helicopter itself is capable of about 175 miles an hour. In the current configuration with all the equipment that we have on it, on a good day we can squeeze 150 miles an hour out of it.
You know what's amazing is, I've talked to other officers, and these guys actually think when they race their cars and they're speeding, trying to evade, that they're actually going to get away.
The chances are very slim to none. There's the only thing that could probably outrun us in an urban environment would be a fast street bike, and that would only be on the freeway. But even if they're able to outrun us on the freeway, we're able to cut corners, and so we can make up the distance that they gain on us on a straightaway.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Just last week there was another pursuit. It seems like there's one somewhere at least once a week. And same thing, the guy finally, I was hoping for a big ending. No.
Yeah.
Threw his hands out the window. It was like, there goes the popcorn, nothing happened.
Yeah, the majority of the pursuits that you do see that are on TV have been going on for probably a minimum of about 5 minutes. The majority of pursuits that actually take place in the city are over within about 3 minutes, so the media never gets a chance to get there to get film of it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, because we always see the ones that are like 45 minutes and what have you going on.
Yeah, those are the fun ones that last a long time, but I'd say a good portion of the pursuits you never even hear about because they either give up or they crash their vehicles within the first 3 minutes of the pursuit.
Well, see, that's the footage we want to see, though.
Yeah.
I was talking to Officer and Pilot Steve Conaway about the importance of you guys being up in the area to help out the fire department, because I know a few years ago you really did help with some hot spots and what have you.
We're able to spot from the air a lot better and help direct the fire resources to where they need to be to attack the fire. And we could also use our infrared imaging equipment to locate hot spots that the fire department might not see so they can get water on it and get that hot spot cooled down.
That's pretty awesome. And guys, you're going to come with us a little bit later on. As the sun goes down, we're going to get some great footage because the guys invited us to go up with them. It's going to be a really good time, so stay with us. So we just passed over the Hollywood sign, and we just headed from a call from Glendale, an assault on a woman. They were there in about 90 seconds. Pretty amazing what they can see from up here. Just check it out down there. And now we're heading to another site, another call right now. So that was a pretty crazy flight, guys. We didn't get to use a spotlight. Just how strong is that?
It's a 50 million candlelight power spotlight. It's made by Spectralab, which is a Boeing company, and they make them in Sylmar.
50 million, I mean, I really can't relate to that. I just know that when you guys are above me, I'm really digging it because I know I'm protected because it lights up the whole area. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I can light up the whole city block easily.
And, well, come by later on tonight because I might be having a little barbecue or something.
You bet.
And amazing flight. I mean, I appreciate the fact we went over Universal, but I had no idea that we had the encampments in Burbank.
Yeah, it's the perspective you get from the air. It's stuff that a lot of times you just won't see from the ground, just driving around in your car, even walking, stuff that you don't notice behind bushes, fences, that sort of thing. We really can see that from the air.
And the one call we went on where, we're looking for the specific, somebody in neon green pants. I mean, on the ground, eventually they found him, but up there, you were with binoculars, you spotted him out this quick.
Yeah, it's stuff like that really jumps out at us, and that's the kind of stuff that we really need from the citizens that see crime happening. When they report it to the police department, we really need accurate descriptions of clothing, of what they look like, hair color, the direction they traveled, because it just really helps us that much more to try to get them in custody.
I've got to tell you, having never done this before, my eyes are open. I mean, the public really has to know just how watched they are and how protected they are, and don't look at it as like Big Brother. Just say thank you. So I really appreciate it, guys, everything you've done, and thanks so much for letting me be up there in the air with you guys today.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So we went on several calls. They assisted Glendale. We went over Pasadena. The ground patrol could never do it without the help of the air patrol. It's pretty amazing what these guys do, from helping out spot fires to illegal pot farms to you name it. Even spotted some encampments. Pretty crazy. You'd never see that if we weren't up in the air. Besides that, they also took us kind of touring, if you will. Saw Universal Studios, downtown Glendale, Pasadena, Burbank. It's been an amazing experience. Thanks so much, guys. I'm Robert Vincent from BurbankUSAGlobal.com.